but God bless them, you know? I mean, all right, Csikara.
Csikara.
Okay. Okay. So we're ready when you are.
I'm ready.
Take it away.
We all grew up inspired by different folk stories and legends, and our game brings to life a national treasure, the story of Csikara. I'm Mikuel, the co-founder of Studio Aragi, and for many years, we've been the studio behind the curtain, creating gaming and cinematic assets for other large companies. However, ever since we were kids, we wanted to build our own game, and today we have the perfect opportunity on the market for that. And that's because the large game studios are the creative crisis. They've been recycling content for far too long, and this downfall created a great shift of demand towards the smaller indie studios, and they are currently at the spotlight. However, there's a catch. You see, the big studios, they have the quality and the scale. Indies, on the other hand, have creativity and original content, and our advantage is that our game has it all. We have
Are you hoping it'll play? Is that what you're... There we go.
We have stunning
Okay.
3D scans and music from famous Georgian ensembles. We have a story that follows the unexplored folklore of Caucasus, and a unique gameplay system with a companionship that keeps the players emotionally invested and coming back. Now, of course, we're not without competition, but we take from them. We take the adventurous playstyle of Zelda, the cultural authenticity of The Witcher, and the emotional depth of Plague Tale. Successful games of this caliber usually sell around 600,000 copies, and that would be about $20 million in revenue. However, in order to reach a market of this size, we're definitely going to need a support from a good publishing partner, and we're already negotiating on that. At this point, in the past 2 years, we've completed around 70% of the game mechanics. We have 2 gameplay demos ready, both of which received amazing reviews by more than 200 playtesters, and we need this award to scale fast, market the game, and launch the MVP. And with all the creative talent we have in our team and the innovative tools that we delivered, we are confident that we can deliver. And now you can take a peek at the exclusive world of Csikara.
So is Csikara the bull or the kid?
It's the bull.
It's the bull.
The boy doesn't have a name.
Oh, okay.
That's how it is in the folk story. He's called the kid.
Yeah, that's
and
pretty famous.
Huh.
In Georgia?
I think every Georgian
Okay.
here grew up with that story.
And it's,
Wow.
lets every player relate because the boy is not named.
So now, did I just, not that there's anything wrong with it, but did I pick up, is there a Christian theme in here somewhere, or was that just an accident? He wanders into a church.
No, there are going to be cultural elements because from ancient Georgia, and well, we have been Christian for a long time.
Okay.
So not specifically Christianity, but the cultural Christianity will be represented there. And
Okay.
there's going to be a lot of folk tales and narratives which are outside of this game, but general legends and a lot of mythology from Georgia.
So what, just in a few sentences, or what is the gameplay? What's the arc? I mean, is it saving the bull? Is the bull save the kid? Is the kid defeat the bad guy? Or what's the narrative arc?
It's a story about 2 unlikely companions. So
The bull and the kid.
Bull and the kid. The original story goes that the kid has to kill the bull because the family has to eat the bull, and they escape together and become friends. And then it's a story about sacrifice. They both need to sacrifice to each other, but I'm not going to share all the spoilers. But it's a very...
But Zaza knows, right?
Zaza probably knows. But
Spoiler alert.
Yeah.
Okay.
unlike the actual legend that it's based on, we have it much more diverse, and you can have multiple endings, different options.
Okay.
So its a main narrative is going to be based on that folk tale, but it's
Yeah.
going to be a much bigger world.
Okay.
You can choose a happy ending if you want.
Yes.
Okay. So would you, I mean, because you had Zelda up there, whatever. I mean, and Witcher. So there's mystical, magical stuff that happens in this
Yes.
world, and there's also somebody saves somebody. Whoa, is
Yeah.
that they each save each other from near death,
various,
right? From perils.
yeah, you can have some monsters there too.
Okay.
So unlike a lot of other games, so it's not going to be an only action adventure.
So
Because
who's the age target for this?
anyone from 10 to 12 years old and above. So this game can be enjoyed by both 12.
So you think
12-year-olds
adults
and
will
40.
play this?
I would love to play this game.
Okay. Okay.
No, we have. Played,
In your spare time.
we did the play testing, so we tested it with the various groups in different ages, and we had very positive reviews from school kids to
Yeah.
all the adults.
Okay.
So the business model is it's basically straight up. It's on Steam, right? Is that the plan?
No,
How are you launching? Yeah.
We have a couple of plans.
Self-published.
Yeah.
Is that what you're
So
self-publishing?
there can be a lot of different selling channels. So first of all, the standard one is selling on the marketplace. We already have the approvals from the Steam and Xbox marketplace. We're also going to expand to Sony as well and Epic Store. But it's also going to depend whether we take an exclusive deal or not, because I think that there's a good opportunity for us to take a very good exclusive deal, and all the primary publishers that we are aiming for may offer us that deal.
I'm sorry, who's the primary publisher you're aiming for?
We're aiming for Epic Games
Epic.
and Xbox.
Okay.
Yeah.
What makes you think they're going to spend any time or effort promoting you?
I have a slide for that too. So we have a curated list of publishers who we think are going to work the best for us. And Epic and Xbox would be our top priority, the ones that are highlighted. And that's because because they don't have their own title in this genre, and their competitors do. So Sony has a lot of titles in this genre, Nintendo has Zelda, and Xbox doesn't have a title of this kind, and this may be a very good foundation for them to build an IP that is specifically for this genre. And Epic, because we are an Unreal Engine-based game, and they are very supportive of the games that usually are built on their platform.
Which publisher would you prefer?
We can, I think, if you know the game Cana, the Bridge of Worlds, so they had a very good model that they made their game exclusive to Sony as a platform and to Epic Store because they were building in the Unreal Engine also. We want to do the same thing, but with Xbox and Epic Games, maybe.
So again, what makes you think they're going to spend any effort to promote your game?
Well, it's in both interests. If they do become our publisher, so the reason why
They publish a lot of games, right?
not that much, but the reason why we want a publisher instead of investor is that they usually become partners. They usually have to love your game to
Yes. Yeah.
to even
So how much
support
do you have to spend to get them to promote your game? Well, you spend 30%, right, of your revenue.
Yeah, it depends on the publisher itself.
Right.
Some have to evaluate the effort that you have done up until now, maybe for $2 million or $3 million. So it depends. So there can be various deals, and you're going to get various.
So when do you
responses.
ink your first deal with one of those guys? When do you get a signed contract?
We're thinking by the end of the year, we will have a publisher already signed on.
Okay. But you're already through demo 2. Why don't you already have...
That's the thing. You see, we have a lot of content to share, and sometimes our hands are itchy to put it out there.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of publishers who prefer exclusivity. For example, both Xbox and Epic are like that. Xbox prefers to do a grand announcement with the game that they're publishing on their own event. And that's the only reason that we haven't shared a lot of content and we only did closed demos.
Okay. Does it make any sense for you to launch with a certain amount of content and then add adventures?
Yeah, it does because this is a very good game to scale. So
Okay.
if we have like limited funding, we're going to have a smaller scope MVP as the main base game.
Right.
We can expand on the DLCs.
You
and
can.
the-
So that is the model?
Yes.
That you're going to release whatever, a core game, and then add adventures over time?
Yeah, we're going to be very flexible on that, and this
Okay.
is definitely going to be a scalable IP.
Okay.
We're definitely, and the main goal for us is to get the biggest audience that we can for
Right.
our first release. So I have the funding models here.
Okay.
So if we go with a publisher deal, that gives us the biggest market. And
Yeah.
for the first title, even though our cut and financials may be a bit lower than with the other models, this is our primary goal. Because with the first IP, we have to establish our IP on the market. That's why we want the publisher
wow.
deal.
Did you see that? Look at that. I haven't seen investors get 30% cut. But is that common for the investors to get a 30% cut?
It depends on the amount that they're
If they're a publisher, yeah, maybe. But I mean, investor, really? Huh. So how much money do you need to launch? Where are you now?
On the optimal game that we're looking at, I think we would be looking from a publisher around $600,000.
How much do you have so far?
We are currently self-funded, but that comes with a cost. We have to take orders from other clients in order to keep
They're doing
subsistence.
services.
Bootstrap.
Right. Okay. So you're doing some outsource while you develop the game.
Yes.
Yeah,
Right.
that's very
Common.
Okay.
Common.
Okay. Right. Yeah. Okay.
Is that true? The investor gets 30%?
Maybe if it's an angel investor, then it's lower than that, but we're also protective of the IP, and that's another thing that the publisher usually does not negotiate on and lets you keep the IP.
Right.
Oh,
Yeah. And they co-own the IP. Is that interesting? Huh.
Yeah.
I think it depends on the investor, right? If it's a corporate gaming investor, yes. If it's an angel
I
investor, no.
see.
Yeah, that makes
Right,
sense.
right. Very
Yeah.
depends on the
Right. If the investor is a publisher or
yeah.
another
They'll
studio.
they'll probably push for IP.
Okay.
But,
Yeah.
But if it's a straight up angel, we see this
Right.
with that one.
Okay. Okay. All right. And so, one more time, you're hoping to launch by the end of this year, beginning of next year.
By the end of this year, the MVP should be ready. I mean, the gameplay demo that would be launched publicly,
Right.
and
When-
we're polishing that right now. So by the end of the year, we're going to launch that.
That'll be first revenue. The end of this year, or is that?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks a
Mikuel.
lot.